What's up, everybody? My name is KSaun. Welcome back to another Pokemon Draft League video. Today is going to be week number 8 of the SPDA, and we are going up against Jakeeb and the Baltimore Bergmites. This is going to be a good one because we are 3-4, they are 3-4, and this is for all the marbles. Whoever wins this makes the playoffs. We have a number of teams who make the playoffs, 10 out of 16 teams. It's pretty generous. We are currently sitting in 8th, but what I know is that if we win, we guarantee our spot. If we lose, I'm not even going to worry about what happens if we lose because I'm not freaking losing this week. I'm tired of losing. I'm on a bad loss streak. I'm coming in this with, I think, really strong prep. And my opponent this week, I will be honest, a couple of different things about him, unfortunately. I would recommend his YouTube channel, but unfortunately, he's the only player in the league who has not been uploading. I think he's ran into some technical issues, so he does not have any videos up. However, from looking at fights of other people facing off against him, I realized one thing, and it's that week 3, 4, 5, and 6, he ran the exact same team, same sets, same moves, same Pokemon, all the same stuff. Week 7, he actually did not play a battle. He ended up forfeiting because of scheduling issues. So since week 3, he has ran the same team with all the same stuff. I'm going to be honest, I expect that that is going to happen again. It's possible that he will change things up, but I am mostly prepping for that team. I have a couple of little techs in here just in case he brings other things, but I am expecting 6 Pokemon specifically. You're going to see his mons up top, but the 6 I'm expecting are Iron Boulder. I'm expecting a Booster Energy set. I'm expecting a Choice Specs Keldeo, a Loaded Dice Dragon Dance Scale Shot Icicle Spear Kyurem, a Choice Scarf Typhlosion Hisuian, a Citrus Berry Landorus Therian, and then an Assault Vest Hitmontop. However, he does have a bunch of other scary things. He does have the Klefki and the Slowking, and it also has a Terra Jolteon, so he has some other really strong options. If he catches me off guard with a whole nother team, props to him, but at a certain point, when you bring the same team every week, I'm just going to call him on his bluff here, and I'm going to say that he's going to bring the same team again. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm mostly prepping for that. And this is what we're bringing this week. First off, I've got my designated lead. I have not seen him run heavy duty boots on a single Pokemon this season, and I have also not seen him run rapid spin a single time on Hitmontop. That is his only hazard removal Pokemon, and if I'm able to get Stealth Rock and Spikes up, I think it's going to go a very long way into his team. We have the Pasho Berry because if there is a very strong Choice Specs Keldeo on the other side, we will be able to take the Surf very, very well. 252 in HP, 60 into defense, and 196 into SPDA. We've got Earthquake, which hits his entire team very well except for the Landorus, Stealth Rocks, and Spikes. My plan with this thing is to lead it off right away. The only Pokemon that I don't want to see on the other side is that Kyurem if it comes in. I will swap into the next Pokemon that I reveal here, but otherwise against anything else, I'm clicking Stealth Rock freely and very likely going to click Spikes as well. From there, I will either Earthquake or Whirlwind, or I'll switch into something else. But the one Pokemon I don't want to see against this is the Kyurem, and if that does happen, I'm going to go into Hopper the Iron Hands, rocking the Assault Vest item, so just in case it is a special Kyurem, we are not just going to get obliterated by it, but we are rocking 252 HP, 208 defense, and 48 attack with a relaxed nature. We've got Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Volt Switch. Basically, with this EV spread, even if the Kyurem comes in and clicks Dragon Dance, we can take a +1 Icicle Spear, Earthquake, or Scale Shot very comfortably. We can hit back with a Drain Punch, steal a bunch of health back, and then we can even take another one and then kill with a Drain Punch on the second one. Also, if we get Stealth Rocks and Spikes up early, a Drain Punch may just one-hit KO the Kyurem after he switches it in. So this is basically our designated Kyurem check. If he leads Kyurem, that is rough because that means I won't get hazards up right away, but as long as he doesn't lead it, this thing should be a very effective answer to it. The next mon that I'm running this week is a very supportive Latias, the Joyce with Leftovers, Levitate ability, 252 HP, 92 defense, 28 special attack, and 136 speed. We are basically outspeeding every Pokemon Kyurem and below, I believe. Yes, Kyurem and below, I believe, is what I'm outspeeding here. And then we have Dragon Pulse, which hits the entire team pretty well, except for Klefki. But again, he hasn't brought Klefki since week 2. I don't think he's going to do it. Thunder Wave is here because every Pokemon except for Landorus does not appreciate a Thunder Wave. Actually, Jolteon is perfectly fine with it as well, to be fair. The Wish and the Protect are here with the Leftovers. Basically, I'm just hopefully being able to sit in front of a lot of Pokemon. This is a pretty bulky Latias, and he doesn't have a whole lot of things that can just easily 2-hit KO this thing. So if I'm able to get Leftovers Recovery, get a Wish up, which, you know, takes 50% of my HP and just heals it back, I can either use this to heal myself up, or I can also use it to heal up some of these bulky mons that I have, like the Tinglu or the Iron Hands, or even another mon that's yet to come here. One mon I'm also bringing this week is the Spectrier with the Choice Scarf, Shadow Ball, Hex, Psychic, and Will-O-Wisp with max speed, max special attack, and 4 defense. Even though he has not brought Jolteon a single time this season, I'm running this thing max speed so that at least I will speed tie the Jolteon if he does decide to bring it. Again, knowing that he is 1 game away from making playoffs, he might decide to change things up. So I don't want to be caught off guard by that. I don't want to basically just, you know, I would rather spend a little bit of those extra points to make sure that we at least speed tie that than only speed creeping the Iron Boulder. Now, this is good for a couple of different reasons. For one, we outspeed a Booster Energy Iron Boulder, which is the set that he has run all season. He's ran a speed boosting variant, which frankly is probably the best item on Iron Boulder in most situations anyway, but Shadow Ball, he does not have a Ghost Resist on his team. If there was ever a week where Spectrier could pop off, this would probably be the week. I originally was going to run a Spell Tag setup set, but after talking to Kaz, the commissioner of the league, he kind of talked to me about it, and honestly, he convinced me. I think Choice Scarf is definitely the way to go this week, so I'm excited to use this thing. It will outspeed everything except maybe a Quick Feet Flame Orb or Choice Scarf Jolteon, but again, I don't expect that thing to come. Another mon we have is a very safe switch into a few different mons here. Blastoise with the Assault Vest and almost full defense, 252 HP, is a very safe switch into a number of mons. It can switch into Iron Boulder, it can switch into Keldeo, it can switch honestly kind of into Kyurem pretty well, and it can switch into Typhlosion Hisuian very well. This thing is basically meant to just sponge a huge hit and then flip turn out for momentum. I don't expect it to do a whole lot other than that. We do have Rapid Spin in case they do go for hazards themselves. Sometimes they do like to rock Stealth Rock on the Landorus, and I have seen in weeks 1 and 2 they did run Spikes on Klefki, so we do have that as hazard removal if necessary. I expect to pretty much click flip turn almost every single time though. This slow momentum is really good for my team because it allows me to get into my Choice Scarf Spectrier that can now, you know, basically go for a kill on somebody. Can also get me into something like a Latias where I can wish something else back up to full health or something like that. It can also get me into my setup sweeper, which is my final mon, the Lucario, aka Lucas, rocking Terra Normal with the Silk Scarf item, so that enhances our normal type moves by 1.2%, and obviously that is mainly just for extreme speed. With the Inner Focus, it's very nice because the Landorus Therian does have Intimidate, but Inner Focus just completely ignores Intimidate. We are Adamant Nature because we do not need any speed. We are only running priority moves this week. 252 attack, 40 HP, 216 into defense. Extreme speed hits basically the entire team. Bullet Punch covers for the Terrakion, which is basically the one Pokemon that can take extreme speed pretty well. If we get to a +2 after hazards, Bullet Punch should just KO the Iron Boulder, and extreme speed can pretty much KO everything else after hazards as well if I get to +2. And in order to get us to +2, we have both Substitute and Sword Stance to basically try and safely set up in front of something. So honestly, guys, I think these are probably the 6 best mons on my team. You can make an argument for Blastoise versus like an Arcanine Hisuian, but aside from that, I think these are just the 6 strongest mons. I think these are 6 very just generically strong sets, but they're also just 6 sets that are just very good into his team. I'm leaving no stone unturned here. I'm just trying my absolute hardest here. If I don't make playoffs, I'm going to be really freaking pissed. So I'm going to win this week. I've just decided that this is going to go well. Here's the thing. If he brings the team that he's been bringing all season, frankly, I expect at least a 4-0. If I don't get at least a 4-0, if he brings the same team that he's been bringing, then I am not prepping correctly, in my opinion, because it feels like you're taking a test where you already have the answers. However, if he does bring other stuff, if he brings a Terra Fairy Jolteon, if he brings the Slowking, if he brings a first impression Trapinch or something with the Arena Trap ability, I could be in some trouble. We'll have to see how it goes, but it's one of those things where it's like, this guy's ran the same thing almost every week. I'm prepping for that team. So I'm hoping to see that. I'm hoping that it is going to be a decisive victory, and I'm hoping we can get some momentum going into playoffs. But if this is our last battle, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching all season. I really do appreciate it. We have not done as well as I would have liked to up to this point. Every single battle that I've been in has been close. I have not had a single blowout one way or the other. The biggest victory or loss I had was a 3-0 against Pup, who is actually like one of the best teams in the league. We beat them 3-0, but even that was an incredibly close game. And then every other game was a 1 or 2 mon differential. So it's been interesting. We are at a +0 differential, even though we're down a game, but I'm hoping we can get a win, get some momentum, head into the playoffs. And honestly, once we get in there, I think anything is possible. I think our team is just as strong as any other team in the league in terms of our roster. So we'll see how it goes. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Let's jump into the battle. Let's get a W. All right, we're about to get into battle with Jakeeb here. Best of luck to him. Good luck. Have fun. This should be a good time. Winner take all. Winner should make the playoffs. Loser is very likely out of it. So this match has a lot of stakes. We're bringing a really strong team, I think. We're going to see what he brings. He's brought like the same team for the last like 5 weeks, but I have a feeling he's going to change it this week. Excuse me, this week. Maybe not. Those look like the same 6 months to me, to be honest. It doesn't mean they're the same sets necessarily, but he has ran the same team 3, 4, 5, and 6 for weeks 3 through 6. He didn't play week 7. So yeah, we're going to see. We'll have to see if these are the same sets. This feels like a situation where I might get baited into something thinking it's a certain thing, but we'll see how it goes. If it's what he's brought in other weeks, then I feel pretty confident. I'm leading Jonathan. That was my plan from the start. There's nothing that's going to change that. I know in the past he has liked to lead Typhlosion or Keldeo in certain situations. That is perfectly fine with me if that happens. We have the Pasho Berry for Keldeo. We'll see. The only thing I don't want to see is Kyurem. Every other mon I think is okay as a lead because we're going to get hazards up. If Kyurem comes in, it's a little spooky. I might have to just go right into Iron Hands. Typhlosion is perfect. Honestly, perfectly fine with this. I don't know that he's going to want to stay on this. Gonna go Frisk. He's gonna see Pasho Berry. And I'm just gonna click Stealth Rock. Not gonna think about this. Just gonna go for hazards. We'll see if he Terras right away. I think he has to respect the Earthquake. I think he respects the Earthquake. I think he probably goes into Landorus here. Yep, he's gonna swap out. I'm gonna guess this is Landorus. Nope, it's him on top. Okay. That is perfectly fine. It is possible he's running Rapid Spin. I don't think I've seen him run it before, though. He also typically does not run Triple Axle. Honestly, I kind of need him to show me that he has it. I've never seen him run it before. So I'm going to click Spikes and see what he goes for here. I think, if anything, I think he just goes for like a CC. I've never seen him run Triple Axle or Rapid Spin. I'm going to click Spikes. This might look really weird in front of a Hitmontop, but he's going to EQ. Perfectly fine with me. Again, I don't think he has Rapid Spin. I don't think that he has Triple Axle. So now we have 1 layer up. Just in case he does have Rapid Spin, I'm just going to EQ here and get damage on this thing. Yeah, that's my play. He's going to go for CC. He's going to do a lot of damage, but we are going to hit back, and he's got lower defense right now. This Earthquake should do a ton. Probably 3/4. Maybe 60%, something like that. It should do a lot. Yeah, that does a ton. All right, now here, he's -1 defense. He could close combat me again. But I think if this is the same set that he's been bringing all season, he has close combat, Earthquake, Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, which means he can't really touch Joyce at all. So I'm just going to go into Joyce. I'm going to swap out. He did not swap out. So we'll see what he goes for here. If he's got Triple Axle, then well played by him, but I don't think he has it. I think he would have went for it right there instead of CC. Yeah, he's going to go for CC. We're going to eat that like it's nothing. I think I'm going to click Wish. We're going to get some lefties recovery. What do I think he brings in on this? I'm going to click Wish. Because I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's going to swap. But I want to see what he goes into first. And Wish is a nice safe play because, I don't know, it's just pretty safe play. He's giving this thing up. He's bullet punching. Interesting. So he just wants to sack this thing off, I guess. Which is fine. I can just Dragon Pulse for free now. Because the Wish is going to heal us up after. So yeah, I'll Dragon Pulse. Let's see what he's got. There's no Klefki, so Dragon Pulse is a super free click in this match. He said that he had to gen 1 more mon. I don't think he had to gen anything. I think that was a bluff, because this is the same team, I think, that he runs always. Dragon Pulse is going to take out the Hitmontop. So Joyce is on the board with a kill. Wish is going to heal us to full. And we're kind of chilling right now. Curious to see what he does. Going to go into Typhlosion. So, very possible that he's going to click Shadow Ball here. Going to take a ton of damage from Stealth Rock and Spikes, though. We don't die to a Shadow Ball, is the thing. I could just go for a Wish, but I kind of want to keep this thing healthy so that I can switch it in on something else. Jonathan is not necessary here. I also could just go Murray, though, who's going to eat it like crazy well. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Murray. I'm going to go Murray with the AV. And just get a flip turn off and get some nice slow momentum. This thing should be Choice Scarf. If it's the same set he's brought all season, it should be Choice Scarf. And just going to Shadow Ball, which is fine. We will eat that up really well. We are now going to flip turn. I don't know why I wouldn't. So we'll get some free momentum. We'll see what wants to come in on this. It's the Kyurem, which is perfectly fine. We are going to flip turn into Iron Hands, and we are sitting in a really good spot. He's going to take Stealth Rock and Spike Chip. I know he does not run Boots on pretty much any of his mons ever. So his flip turn will just do a tiny bit. But that flip turn, honestly, probably puts it in Drain Punch range. So we're immediately going to go into Hopper. Not even going to think about this thing. This guy wants to click Dragon Dance, but there's no way in hell he can click Dragon Dance in front of me. So I'm going to make a read because I think he goes into Landorus here. If he gets to +1, it's fine. We can still take a hit. So I'm just going to Ice Punch predicting a Landorus. I know that typically he wants to Dragon Dance. Earth Power. He did switch. He's a special set. Wow. Okay, I did not see that coming. Okay, right on. So he did switch something. He is not a Dragon Dance set. Fair enough. Went for the Earth Power. If he's... So he's Life Orb. That is interesting. I could go back into Murray, I guess. The thing is, like, Hopper was my main Kyurem answer, so I guess if he takes me out, it's not the worst thing in the world. He could Draco Meteor here, but if he does that, I could probably go into something else and just set up. So I'm going to Drain Punch. Yeah, he does go Draco. I think this knocks us out. It doesn't. Big Hands live in the hit. Oh my god. Life Orb's going to do a chunk. Drain Punch is going to take it out. Let's go. I could potentially keep this thing around and wish it back up with Latias. But I don't know that that's necessary. But good to see that he changed up one of his sets. I honestly thought every single mon here was going to be the exact same. So that's good to know, though. That means that I got to stay a little bit on my toes here. That I don't just know every single set that's here. I did not expect that, to be honest. I thought it was going to be fully physical Kyurem, and that Iron Hands was just going to crush it. I am glad we are AV, though, so at least we took some damage pretty well. I wish I obviously would have clicked Drain Punch from the start, but I really thought the... what's it called? The Landorus was going to come in. It is Booster Energy. So far, every mon is the same except for Kyurem in terms of items, what he normally brings. Here, I think I go Blastoise. Let me calc real quick. Yeah, we're 76%. So we should live any hit, I believe, even at +2. So I'm just going to go into Murray here. If he goes for Swords Dance, we should live a hit, be able to get a flip turn out, and then be able to claim a KO with something else. But Mighty Cleave, we will eat that up, no problem. And again, we're just going to flip turn. No reason not to. If he swaps out, then he loses his Booster Energy speed boost, which honestly doesn't matter a whole lot because we're Scarf on Spectrier. But he doesn't know that. So he might want to preserve this. We'll see. Just going to Mighty Cleave again. Fair enough. I'm going to flip turn. Tons of damage. That wasn't even a crit. Well done, Murray. And now at this spot, I think I can go into Latias and get another Wish off on someone. Actually, no, I don't think I want that. I might just go into 11 here and start clicking Shadow Ball and stuff. Because he's either got to swap into something else and take a huge hit, or he gives me a free +1. So we're just going to click Shadow Ball here. Because what else is left? Keldeo, Typhlosion Hisuian, who is not Terra'd yet, who would get absolutely crushed by a Shadow Ball. The problem is I think the Typhlosion Hisuian comes in next, Do we kill it +1 if it Terras? I don't think we do. Actually, we would after Stealth Rocks. Honestly, Spectrier might just clean up the game right here. This might be over. We'll see. Because I don't think he's got any priority. Shadow Ball is going to take out the Iron Boulder. We're going to be +1 Stealth Rock and Spikes chips on everything else. This might be over. I think the only Mon who maybe can do anything is Keldeo. Keldeo does come in. It's going to take Spikes and Stealth Rock. I don't think this thing can knock us out in one hit. It would have to go for like a Hydro Pump. And honestly, if that's the case, like, I think we're fine. I'm just going to Shadow Ball again because there's a chance that we could just clean up here. Just going to believe in 11 here because this should be a 2-hit KO or it's a 1-hit KO. What? What am I not calcing here? Am I calcing something wrong? Oh, yeah. I didn't calc it +1. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is game over. I don't think Landorus lives a +2, does it? We're going to find out. Yeah, after hazards, I don't think so. Spectre, who has not done a single damn thing, it feels like, all season, might just clean this up entirely. Going to click Shadow Ball again. +2. Tell me this kills. Yep, that is going to be a kill. I'm pretty sure 11 is going to just run it here. Holy shit, guys. We were 3 and 4 coming into this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a clean 6-0. Was it a 5-0? Did Iron Hands die? I don't remember. At this point, I am just geeked. This is freaking awesome. Spectre didn't do shit all season, and to be able to clean this up right here is really, really nice. Shout out to Jakeeb. GG's to him. I'll be honest, he didn't change his sets for the last like 5-6 weeks, and in Draft League, it's going to be hard to win games if you don't change your sets. I basically felt like I was taking a test, but I already had all the answers. And let me tell you, when you have the cheat sheet for the test, it's pretty easy to win. So yeah, unfortunately, we're going to win. It looks like a 6-0 against Jakeeb, unfortunately for him. So I think he's going to be knocked out of playoffs, but I'm really excited to take a decisive victory and head into playoffs with some momentum. But man, I've been losing so much recently. If you've watched this league and my other league, I've been losing a ton. So to win in demanding fashion 6-0, fuck, that feels good, dude. I don't give a shit. That was really fun. Shout out to Jakeeb, but we are going to be playoff bound. The Toronto Razor Leafs are going to finish the season 4-4 +6 differential. We will either be the 7th or 8th seed, so we will not have a first round bye, but we're going to be in the playoffs, and I think we have a really strong team. I think it's going to be, I think we have a chance versus anybody. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.